Hey everyone, welcome back to the 101 library, where we share tips and tricks to help you master AutoCAD. In this video, we're going to dive into dynamic blocks. These are incredible, powerful tools that can save you a ton of time and make your drawings more flexible. So let's get started. Before we get started, if you don't know what blocks are, make sure to check our Layers on Blocks video. First, let's talk about what dynamics blocks are. Unlike regular blocks, dynamic blocks have parameters and actions that allow you to manipulate their appearance without having to create separate blocks for each variation. This makes them very efficient for repetitive tasks. Let's create a simple dynamic block. We will start by creating a basic shape that represents a room. Then we will add a door to the room. Then let's create our block. Select everything, type block, hit enter. This will open the block definition box. Type your block name. I'll name it dynamic room. Click OK. Now let's make this a dynamic block. Select the block, right click and choose the block editor. This will open the block editor screen. On the left hand side over here, you will see the block authoring palette. We will mostly be focusing on parameters and actions here. Simply, every time you want to add an action, it has to be linked to a parameter. So naturally you have to add a parameter first. There are a lot of options. One of the most common options is the linear parameter. Click on linear. As specified in the command bar, you have to specify the first point and the end point. This will create your linear distance parameter. Now you can add actions and link them to this parameter. Click on the Actions tab. Then there are different actions that you can choose from. For instance, let's add a stretch action. For the stretch action, first you have to specify a parameter. In this case is our distance parameter. Then you have to specify a base point. I will choose this point. And then you will have to specify a stretch frame. And then the object that you want to stretch. In this case, I just want to stretch my box. Hit enter. And this will add a stretch action. Let me show you how this works. Close the block editor. Now, every time you select your block, you will see this arrow over here. If you click on this arrow, you can drag and stretch your block dynamically. Now let's add more actions. Click on your block and open the block editor. Let's add an action that adds extra doors when you stretch your block. For instance, click on the array action, specify a parameter, then select the objects to duplicate, hit enter, then you have to specify the distance between the objects duplicated. Let's say 6, and then your array action is added. Let me show you how this works. Close your block editor, save. Now select your block and stretch it here, and you can see that a door is added every 6 inches. You can add more parameters and actions to make your block even more dynamic. For example, you can add a visibility parameter to create multiple states within the same block. Open the block editor, and under parameters, choose visibility, choose a base point, and this will create your visibility parameter. Under the visibility box, click on visibility states, and here you can add more states. Click on new, name your state, I'll keep it as it is, click on OK, and now I have 2 states. Click on OK again, and now you can see that I'm under the visibility state number 1. I could go in and add things. For instance, I'm gonna add a circle that represents a table. That looks good. I'm gonna close my block editor, save all my changes, and over here, every time I select my block, I'll have this drop down menu for different states. For instance, I'm under state 0 right now. I could choose state 1, and this will show you what state 1 looks like. You could also drag. Switching between states is now as easy as selecting the block and choosing the desired state from a drop down menu. And that's it. You have created a dynamic block with adjustable parameters and visibility states. Experiment with different parameters and actions to see what works best for your application. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. Leave us a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. Thanks for watching.